Hi, it's Hachi. For today's project, I'm using this wool fabric. I bought 1 yard of this fabric from an Etsy shop, but you probably need about like 12 inches or half yard at the most for this project. I just got this for an extra and that was the minimum. You also need interfacing. You can use any interfacing that you have. I usually use this medium weight fusible interfacing from Pellon for most of my hat projects. So this is what I'm using today also. Then go to my website and download my free pattern for this project. It should come out like this at 100% scale. You get 4 pages and there's some symbols to match up the patterns. So this is a mock-up hat I made in muslin fabric. If you use my pattern at 100% scale, this band part should come out to be 23 inches. When I measure my head like this, it's actually 22¼ or 22½, but you want to add about ½ inch to that measurement because we're using kind of thick fabric. So when you're using thick fabric, all the seam allowances could add up to make the band smaller when it's completed. These dark lines are the pattern lines and the shaded area is the suggested seam allowance, which is ½ inch in this case. But if you enlarge or shrink the pattern, that's going to change, so you might need to check the seam allowances and change it now. Or if you just prefer narrower seam allowances, you can change that now. This is not necessary, but I like to notch the edges of the center line and the sides. When I'm cutting out the fabric, I make sure the center lines of the patterns are lining up with the grain of the fabric. I cut out the interfacing without seam allowance to reduce bulk in the seam allowance. Now I'm going to fuse the interfacing to the fabric. From the main fabric, cut out one crown top and 2 brims then interface them. 2 crown side pieces and 2 band pieces, also interfaced. From the lining fabric, cut out 1 crown top and 2 crown sides. First, I'm going to make this crown part of the hat. I'm going to take these crown side pieces, put them right sides together. I'm going to sew the sides. This longer side is going to attach to the crown top piece, and the seams are going to match up with the side notches. Now I'm going to open the seam allowances. I want to top stitch on the both sides from the good side of the fabric. Now I'm going to put the band inside the crown, aligning the center back seam with the center back notch on the crown. And I'm going to keep both of the seam allowances toward the crown to get the shaping of the crown here. And I'm going to repeat this with the lining pieces and the other band piece. I'm going to cut one of the seam allowances shorter than the other one. The top stitching is done, but before I attach the brim to the crown, I want to shape the brim, because right now when you bend the brim like this, there is some fabric bunching up in the back of the brim, so I'm going to try to steam it into the place. Now I'm going to match the center front notch of the band and the center of the brim. I'm gonna start sewing from the center and sew toward the edge like this and toward the edge. So half of the brim is attached, but when I check it, I can see that the center is not lining up exactly, so I'm just going to redo the side before I move to the other side. And if the edges of the fabric is not lining up, but this looks flat and nice, it's okay, just ignore the differences. This happens because of the thickness of the fabric. Just use the longer edge of 2 and line that up with the band. I decided to hand baste the brim to the band since redoing it over and over will damage the fabric. Now you can take out the pins and just sew it over the basting stitch. Since I did the basting stitch, I can just do from the edge to the edge. Can I do this, please?